Hi, I'm Chris Hoolehan. I'm an associate with Pitney, working in the intellectual property group, specifically handling a lot of trademark work, brand protection, things like that, and then increasingly more and more online stuff, managing intellectual property assets online, enforcing them, things like that. Flooded with company emails, things that companies I haven't used in years. I know I get a lot of food delivery emails talking about what their COVID-19 response plan is. And so if we had received an email from some of these people, maybe a year ago, we'd say, this looks suspicious. But because now we're accustomed to seeing everyone come out of the woodwork to let you know what they're doing to battle and to put their response plans into action, we say, oh, well, that makes sense. We see a lot of these emails. So scammers are picking up on that, and they are trying to just be another voice in the crowd, and really just to get you to click a link. And so to do that, they could be posing as somebody's company. They could be posing as a COVID-19 response charity, something like that. So it's an opportunity for scammers to get into your inbox and to take advantage of your guard being down a little bit. Scams take a lot of different forms. I'm always surprised at how sophisticated and at what lengths these scammers are willing to go just to get into your inbox. But the thing that we're seeing most often are emails. People either posing and impersonating people at legitimate businesses, or trying to make up a business, like I said, some sort of COVID-19 response team. And so we're seeing a lot of emails. So companies and individuals should be on high alert for suspicious looking emails. Again, that's a little tougher now that we're all receiving a ton of unsolicited mail, but to be particularly cognizant of the fact that anyone can register any domain they want. They can impersonate whoever they want in the email address. And so it is very easy for these emails to make it through firewalls and systems, to make it into your inbox and to have those users click. People should also be very, very concerned about just domain construction in general. It's important to remember, for example, anyone can register for these purposes. For example, COVID-19 response team.com. Now, what a lot of scammers we've seen do is they take that domain and they create a subdomain. So it'll be, for example, daypitney.covid19responseteam.com. Dave Pitney has nothing to do with that. It didn't give authorization to use it, but the owner of that domain can do whatever he wants in front of that dot. So that's another way that scammers are able to trick unsuspecting people, again, especially during these times when our guard is down a bit and we're willing to click on COVID-19 guidelines, responses, things like that. Well, definitely to contact your attorneys. They definitely have tools that they can use to get these things taken down. But among those tools that they're going to use, first are investigations. There are ways that we can backtrack and figure out who the senders of those emails are, who the registrants of those fraudulent domains are. It's important to keep, if it is an email scam, it's something that we implore our clients to do, and that is to keep the original email from that fraudster. That seems sort of counterintuitive. A lot of IT teams will say, if you get anything suspicious, delete it. But if anyone's able to hold on to it, that original email from that fraudulent account will have a lot of information that can track and identify the person on the other end. Beyond that, if a domain is involved, there's a lot of steps that can be taken to contact the various ISPs just being internet service providers, all different people involved in providing service to that domain, whether it be the host server, and that's the content at the website, the email service provider that allows them to create accounts, registrars that enable them to register the domain. So there's a lot of people to contact, a lot of ways to get these things taken down. Beyond that, there are court options. There are things in between. If it's a domain issue, there's something called a Uniform Domain Name Dispute Resolution Policy, which is thankfully shortened to UDRP. It's a little longer. It takes about a month, but you essentially present a case and say, these people are using my trademark in the domain to really commit some bad faith activity. It's harming me. I should have it. Please give it to me. And so there are plenty of things to do, but certainly, contact your attorneys at the outset. That's the smart thing to do. We get a lot of emails, even if you're not sure exactly what the problem is. We have clients who contact us and say, hey, Chris, I don't know what's going on here, but this isn't us and this looks weird. Can you take a look? And then from there, we'll be able to tell you, is there an email address associated with the domain? What sort of fraudulent angle are the owners of those seemingly fraudulent digital assets trying to take? And then from there, we can assess what steps are appropriate.